tea. She's
Pink
thrilled.
Cole.
She's happy. Can you see? Can you hear her?
Yes.
She's happy. She's gonna
Did
try.
you hear the sad news?
Yes. 99 years of age. He's
The
passed
king
us.
is dead. Long live the queen.
Yeah, I was talking this morning about Claude. I released the name Claude, our friend, and I was talking about how the relationship that I had with him over the years, and how I had worked with him, and I left the firm and I came back to manage the firm, and we were talking on the phone. He couldn't wait for me to come back, and talked about how he helped me get my company public, and then years later he passed away unexpectedly, and how we miss him, but we really enjoyed him. He was a lot of fun.
And you're going to bring that around to Prince Philip somehow?
Well, I just mentioned that as I finished that story about how Claude had missed it, then I mentioned that Prince Philip had passed away, and how I said that as we get older, we replace people with memories. That's what happens.
That's right.
You lose the people, but you always cherish the memories and you remember the good times.
Now the question is, who's up next? Who's up next?
Who's up next?
It's like the Steelers. It's always, next man up.
Next man up.
That's right. You do your job. So will Charles become king, or will he just descended it to William?
Well, when Queen Elizabeth passes, she's...
Well, or if she now steps down.
Does she step back because her husband is passed?
So much talk on the radio. What? Oh.
I get the impression that she would step back if she felt she couldn't do the job anymore. I felt that.
Right.
But on the other hand, she might be such a traditionalist that she dies with her boots on, and that she I don't know if she's been grooming Charles for the job or not. I really don't know.
Well, kind of his whole life, but he has said for many decades now that it's not really a position he wants. It never really was. But
duty calls. Charles seems to be in pretty good health. He hasn't had like medical issues lately or anything like that.
These are healthy people.
He wasn't
long-lived.
And he wasn't a smoker or anything like that I'm aware of. He wasn't like a heavy smoker or anything like that. If he was at all, like his grandfather was.
Like his generation was.
Yeah, so he's been much healthier. So he's doing all right. I'm dying for a bagel, by the way. I'm just dying for a bagel.
The stock's dying for a bagel.
The stock's dying for a bagel. It's $168.96. We're down $1.30. I think the stock's dying for a bagel.
No support.
Well, there is support, but it's very quiet. We've only had 1.4 million trades, so there's no selling coming in. It's quite well held, and it's trading a little bit here, but I think the stock needs a bagel boost.
A bagel boost.
A bagel boost.
A Bruce bagel boost.
A BBB. A triple B. Bruce bagel boost is what is in order, and I'm thinking grape jelly.
Okay.
Definitely grape jelly today. I got a hankering for that. I asked Jen for a bagel. She's bringing me a bagel, and
that was easy.
Thank you, Jen. And she's getting her tea going, so we're happy about that. Thank everybody for popping in here, visiting with me, visiting with Jen and I today on a Friday. I hope you're going to have a great weekend this weekend, all of you. Hope you're going to do well. Be safe out there for us, so don't get ill on us. Cheeto to play the squeeze, assuming it happens. So wouldn't it make sense? We talked about that. We'll continue on here. Thank you, everybody. Jelly. Calling grape jelly. Everyone's saying. Charles is currently living in Court Dracula's castle. No lie. Hello, Jen and Jen's forearm. Yay for that triple B. Loving it. Meanwhile, Neat being burnt to the ground by supporters of the royal family. I see teas coming with BBB Bruce Bagel Boost. It's BBB time. We got Bruce Bagel Boost. Thank you for the donation, Bruce Bagel Boost. I can buy more bagels. Fantastic. Better Business Bureau, Bruce's Bagel Boost. There we go. Wolfgang, we'll see what happens. Roll them if you got them. It's almost blunts and bagels time. When we are stalking attendees, we'll be screaming, that was easy. That's right.
That was easy.
That was easy. Headed to Vegas in the morning. First vacay in over a year. Liz is saying bagel, bagel, bagel. Bruce's beautiful buttery bagel breakfast boost bullish buyers. There you go, Tim B. Way to go, man. Chloe, this weekend I'm going to have to take a break and stay off Reddit. Way too much drama last weekend. Barely slept last weekend. Mark, my grandmother was good friends with Prince Philip. They met through LTC Oak Hill Stewart. Says Oak Hill Stewart. Right on. He was kind of a sort of a spokesman for up to 800 organizations through his lifetime. It's just amazing. Bruce's Bagel is going to get us back to 169. We got buzzers.
That was easy.
Every time we buy the dip, that was easy. 168.35. Yeah, we shall see, says Wolfgang. I noticed back in January, this is the reverse.com, and I still see it that way, although the mitigation efforts have delayed it. Take that one off. Awesomeness of Jan. I love turtles. I love lamp. Are my apes ready for the weekend? Let's get the rocket fueled for Monday. Today will be slow day, as has been all week. Greetings from the Netherlands. Thank you for being here.
That was easy.
Good morning, gang. My mother-in-law received OBE from Prince Charles. How about that? We've got buzzers going. Wolfgang, exactly. Slept in today for once, says Kevin. Welcome all of you to the channel. Welcome all of you who have become members of this channel. We are approaching 1,700 members in only 2.5, 3 weeks. Thank you so much for stepping up and really saving this channel from the trolls and the haters. Really appreciate all of you for that. Those of you who are watching for free who are not members, I love you. I'm so glad you're here. You're able to join us. That would be wonderful. One of the perks that I offer, those of you who are thinking of becoming a member, is from time to time, I will send out an alert just to members only about a new stock that we've come up with that looks pretty good to us. We only have to be right one time during the year. If I can pick a stock for you that looks pretty good and it goes up a couple of bucks a share, even $4 or $5 a share in a month or two, and you own 100 of them, you have made more money on one stock pick that we've come up with than the cost of the membership for the whole year. I mean, it's $10 a month to be a member. I give you 2 live shows a day, 5 days a week. You get 10 live shows a week, 40 a month for $10. It's 25 cents a show. Make your comments here. Use the emojis. Keep an eye for alerts. Everybody, thank you so much. For those of you who have become members of this channel, it is such a pleasure and an honor to be able to talk to you every day. Bruce, can you see this? Jendo, you can. I can see this. Absolutely, I see it. Wolfgang, Kevin Link, hello. Yeah, how are you? Observe a hologram. Looking good for you. Thank you. Bruce and Bagels in a bumper car. How about that? These are weird comments. I got to say, we got a new member here. Just as I'm talking about becoming a member, Bale Friend Arts has joined us as a member. Thank you, Bale Friend Arts, for coming in. Also, it looks like we have another. It's a female member. Thank you for joining us. All of you gals out there who are joining us, I really, really appreciate you joining us. It's we try to make this a friendly place for the female members as well. AB is saying, hey, 1,700 members at $9.99. You can lease a Tesla for that. Now, you ever tried to lease a Tesla as a YouTube sponsor, as a YouTube channel guy? You go to the leasing department and they say, oh, you want to lease a Tesla? Oh, great. Okay, no problem. Your payment is going to be whatever. What do you do for a living? I'm a YouTube creator. Oh, okay. How long you been doing that? On stock markets, the Bruce, since last summer. Oh, how much money does your channel make? Well, I have sponsor members and they make a payment of $10 a month. Although YouTube takes 30% of that because that's their fee. You know, I only get 70% of that. Oh yeah. How long have you had members on your channel? 3 weeks. Well, thanks for coming in, Bruce. We'll see you in 3 years when you have a track record and you can hang on to those members, and maybe then we'll lease you a car. Okay, get out of here. You're wasting my time, kid. You're wasting my time. A Bale friend saying hi, everybody. Welcome to the channel, my friend. Everyone's going to welcome you in here. Fantastic. Charles, I first picked up GameStop at 27. Then I bought GameStop at 42. Then I bought GameStop at 67. then again and again and again, here we are. And here we are. We're now 168.49 on GameStop. And I think we're going to go higher. Sal, wait a sec. How did the thumbs up go back under 1,000? How can that be? What do we have on thumbs up? I'm showing 1,000 thumbs ups at the moment that we have here. I'm showing there are 3,100 people watching right now. So there could be at least 2,000 thumbs ups available, depending on whether or not people feel that this show deserves a thumbs up versus a thumbs down or nothing. We have 1,000 up. We have 37 down. And if we can get thumbs ups coming in here, we should easily get up to 2,000. Like, it shouldn't take much at all to get to 2,000 thumbs ups. We're now at 1,100 thumbs ups right now. Get us to 1,200 thumbs ups, and we've got ourselves a 30-to-1 ratio up to down. That would be pretty good. We kind of need some momentum on the thumbs ups. The more thumbs ups the show gets, the more people on YouTube will be recommended to come in here. And the more folks who come in here to watch a show where we're kind of, pro GameStop shares. If you're a GameStop shareholder, you kind of want more people to find out about us, because these folks find out what we know about GameStop that they might not know about GameStop at all. So the more people that know the good stuff about GameStop, the more buying of stock that could happen. And the more buying of stock that can happen, the higher the shares could go, because you put them into diamond hands. There's 1,200 thumbs ups right now, 42 on the down glow. So we got 30-to-1 ratio up to down. If we can get to 2,000, we'll be 50-to-1. The more thumbs ups, the more action, the more YouTube will recommend viewers to this show. Thank you, all of you, for thumbs ups. They're free to hand out. So if you're able to give me a thumbs up, please consider doing so and help out this show. Guys, thank you so much, all of you, for helping out. Also, I wanted to give a shout out from last evening to a very special friend of this channel. Wanted to let our friend know I think about you every time I see you do this. Scott Combin, thank you every day for your donation to this channel through PayPal. This is a viewer that makes a daily donation to this channel from the UK, and I thank you so much for your continuing support of this YouTuber. It is definitely on Jennifer and our to-do list that if we get ourselves over to the UK, we get to your town, we are getting together. There is no question about that. So again, thank you, all of you out there who've made donations to this channel through PayPal. We really do appreciate it very, very much. We are right now coming in here on 168.50 on GameStop. The Dow is up 69, S&P up 4, NASDAQ down 18. And I say we appreciative of all of you. The best uncle one can buy. Well, thank you, guys. Sorry, Bruce can't afford a thumbs up. I'm a little short at the moment. Really wets my whistle. He lost 70 viewers in seconds. Yeah, every YouTuber asks for thumbs ups. They kind of have to. We need them badly. Hit the YouTube thumbs up button now. Please do. I want to project a tiny movie from this forehead, snuggle up to his glasses to watch it. I'm not sure what's going on here. Pete's laughing. JJ laughing. Observe. Are you always high? Invisalign. Are you always high? Another donation just came in. Thank you for these also. Okay. Oh, wow.
That was easy.
That was easy. Thank you, Jennifer.
That was easy.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for this. I appreciate it.
You're
Anything you want to say to the world at large out there?
Ah,
That was easy.
Phone fell on the
the
button.
phone did it. Happy Friday on a short week. It looks like they're filling and packing the hole.
Are they filling
The
it in?
noise might be done soon.
They're filling up a hole outside the house. Thank God for that.
That's right. That's right. And
Curling. What's happening?
curling. Well, today we play Deutschland. It's our last game of the round robin, and then the playoffs begin. You want to make the top 6 because the top 6 automatically get into the Olympics, which is why in this COVID year they're holding the Worlds. Normally they wouldn't have done it,
See?
but because the bubble in Calgary is working, that we have this, and then I think we have a week off, and then it's the World Women's Curling.
The next tournament.
Yeah,
And they have to figure out which women's teams go to the Olympics as well.
right. Now, have you told them how we lived in Calgary in 1988 during the Winter Olympics? That's when I was first introduced to the German fan at the hockey games with their little German hats and little steins hanging off of it.
Also the Polish fans,
All of them.
all of them.
All of them. That
Oh, it was so much fun.
it was so much fun.
I have to tell a story. I'll have to tell you a story about the Olympics in Calgary.
I was quite pregnant, and they were very nice to me. And between games, because we went to see all the hockey games, between games they would clear out the arena, clean it up, and they wouldn't make me leave. I could go upstairs and
We went up to the
sit
lounge.
in the lounge.
You could
yeah.
hang out there. They brought you a chair for your legs.
Yeah, they were so nice to me. And even with that, even with 27 hockey games, even with having Flames tickets, somehow the sports gene jumped our daughter.
We did everything we could.
I don't know how.
That poor kid.
You think just by sheer osmosis she would get this.
With all those German hockey fans, you'd think she'd become a.
I know.
No.
Deutschland.
She ended up living in
Deutschland.
Germany. She ended up living in Berlin, but didn't even watch a hockey game there.
Not even a soccer game.
Not even a soccer game.
Ay.
No
Where
interest.
did we go wrong?
What did we do?
What did we do?
What happened? I
Well, at
don't-
least she didn't grow up to be a basketball fan. God.
I think I just lost 50 subscribers. I just lost 25 members. Oh my! Down playing basketball.
See, there's a reason I don't have a channel.
There's a reason Jen doesn't have a channel. Politically incorrect.
Okay, that could just be me that doesn't watch basketball.
I occasionally watch basketball, but I'm definitely a hockey fan.
I'll watch golf before I'll watch basketball.
I used to watch golf all the
Sorry,
time.
people. Sorry. And I've tried watching it, like our high school team in person. I tried. Nope. It just makes me want to ram my head in the wall.
Basketball in Canada, though, not the same. Not as competitive as in the States. Not even close.
Oh, no. All high school sports, it's not even close to every Friday, we would get, 6,000 people out to watch our high school football team.
In Palm Desert,
In Palm Desert, yeah. It's hard to explain.
Friday Night Pig.
Friday Night Lights and Homecoming to
Oh my God!
people who haven't seen it.
As Canadians, we would watch. We would go to our daughter's high school in Palm Desert, and it was the third or fourth game of the year was Homecoming. Tears everywhere. Oh my God!
And the place was packed.
Oh, no
Homecoming
seat.
floats.
No seat available in the 7,000 seat stand, which is in itself unbelievable for high school.
Yeah.
But all the people in the stands, oh, the tears, oh my
Everybody
goodness,
back.
the emotion
Yeah.
of Homecoming. Oh my God.
And Homecoming game was always against the dreaded rival.
La Quinta, the
La
dreaded rival La Quinta.
They took their flag and planted it in the middle of our field.
That's true. There was a homecoming flag that they fought
Right.
over. The winner of the game got the
Yes.
homecoming flag.
And they had won it the year before, and they brought it back,
Right.
ran it around the field,
Oh, they paraded in
and
front of us.
planted it
Yep, they
in
put
the
it up.
middle of our grass.
Oh man! Oh, how could they do that? Did we
The
win that
boys
game?
came out ready to eat raw meat.
Oh, we were ready to eat raw meat. Then the halftime, they had the floats,
They had the
parade,
floats. Yeah,
and the homecoming queen.
Queen and
And then
King.
All
Yeah.
these kids would walk down along the track who were recent graduates from the year
Right,
before,
yeah.
coming back for
Yeah.
homecoming. Oh, the tears.
And then the dance, homecoming dance on Saturday night.
Oh my God, the emotion. Oh, we don't have that in Canada. We just don't have that kind of stuff.
Craziness.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It introduced us to high school.
To American high school. We got the introduction to American high school.
That was
That's
our
right.
indoctrination.
Our
It's like,
indoctrination.
wow, they mean it.
They mean it. They mean it. Yeah.
They really mean it.
Yep. That was something else. Now we miss it because our
Exactly.
daughter long ago graduated. Wouldn't have any other kids.
What are we supposed to do on Friday night?
What are we supposed to do Friday night
What,
now?
go roller skating?
What, go roller skating? What the hell are we supposed to do now? I don't know. Oh my gosh. I can finance that Tesla for you. Come on down here, buddy. 1,356 shows here. I'm not sure what that means. Thank you, everybody. We got the bagel going right now. We're at 167.85. So, you know, and then it ain't over till the fat lady sings. Good morning, friends. Oh, the Golden Knights helped us get through the mass shooting. We watched that. That was emotional. Unbelievable. Stop teasing us with just your hand, Jen. You could get the $26. Adopt me if you'd like, Bruce. You can adopt me. Thumbs up for Bruce. Smash that thumbs up button for Bruce. I play basketball. Don't tell Jen. Haha, laugh out loud. Love you, Brucey crew. Oh, man. Oh, here we are. Reddit. Pat Diaz. Oh, that's sweet. Watch the last 45 minutes from yesterday's afternoon show to hear how they met and a quick story of their wedding. Yeah, that was on yesterday's live show, the last 45 minutes. Yeah, quite the story. Got busy yesterday. You got the link for the yesterday's story? Just go to my homepage. You'll find it. Get those thumbs ups for Bruce. I was in Vegas at the MGM Grand during the shooting. Unbelievable. It was so bad. Thank you guys so much for all your support today and being here. We have 1,400 thumbs up, 49 down. We're a 30-to-1 ratio almost. Just got to get to 1,500. Keep those thumbs ups coming in, guys. Get me to 1,500 thumbs ups. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. That's true. Thumbs up's coming through. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, everybody, for your comments on my email account as well. 167.89 on GameStop right now. The Dow is up 45, 46. S&P up 1.5. NASDAQ down 34. That's what we're showing at the moment. And we are just kind of pounding along here. And let's see here. Today's a good show. Loving our vibe. 167 is the dip. We'll see. Ryan Cohen's wife's boyfriend, Bruce. Ryan Cohen just issued statement. They need those bagels at an important shareholder meeting coming up. What do you say, Jen? Can you hang my hat? Can you help out? Uh-oh, Derek's getting into big trouble here. Basketball has got to be more exciting than curling. There, I said it. Man. I don't know if you give basketball players brooms, dribble with one hand, broom with the other. That would improve that. It would change that game. Oh my. Oh man. No more pages. No more pages makes a stop go down. Maybe switch to plain English muffins. No more bagels. Bagel out of the fridge. 22 seconds in the microwave. Sliced bagel toast. Jake, hologram. No one wants FUBU. Dude, I have my GameStop, Jake. Dude, I have my GameStop. Thumbs ups, everybody. All right, everybody. Got to go to work. I'll see you guys later. Obviously, they do. Bruce, you should start putting the date and AM, PM in the title of your videos. I told my sister to go watch one day. She said it was too confusing to find with only labeled 14 hours ago. Oh, man. So difficult. The bagel is tasty. 167.93. Come on, stock. I have my steak, egg, and cheese bagel and big cup of Joe. Feds, we'll see you later. Jack Wallace. I'll send you a postcard from the outer FUBO system. The only way we lose is if Cohen and team disappeared. Will Wall Street go that far? Hey, there's something weird about curling. Whenever I watch, I never watch it much. I do. I get sucked in. There's something weird about curling. It's very technical. Very technical. A lot of strategy. A lot of strategy in curling. What was the first car you ever had? Oh my gosh. The first car I ever drove was my mother's car. My mother had a 1965 Volkswagen Beetle. And then I drove a Ford Econoline van that my dad's music store owned. And then my father let me drive a Volkswagen Super Beetle from 1975, I think it was, Super Beetle. And he let me drive that for over a year. And I was the unofficial delivery man for the music store because I was going to college in Toronto, 60 miles from Kitchener to Toronto every day in my last year. And so I was driving this car to drop off and pick up musical supplies, repairing of instruments and so on for the music store. And then doing college at the same time. And that worked out beautiful because it gave me mobility and I didn't have to be stuck in Toronto all week long. I could be home every night. With Jen, that's right. But the first car I ever owned, I purchased in Alberta, Calgary. The year was 1976. And I believe I bought a 1972 Mercury Montcalm, 4-door, boring car. It's likely driven by an employee of an oil company. I paid $1,000 for this car. It was on sale for $1,200. Bought it for $1,000 cash. And within about 7 months, it started burning oil badly, badly. So I had to get rid of it. But as it turned out, I bought that car in '77. By '78, I was self-employed now as a watchmaker, and I was driving home one day. I was driving along the road one day with Jennifer, and we noticed a car for sale. It was a Camaro at a car wash. It was a for sale sign on it. And I pulled in, and I looked at the car, and I went into the office, and there was a guy working behind the counter at the car wash who was selling his car. And it was always perfectly clean because he worked at the car wash. It was brilliant. I mean, the guy could have sold cars for a living one at a time there if he'd played his cards right. Anyway, he had to sell this car because he had an accident with the car and his insurance went nuts. And I said, love to buy this car, but how solid is it? He said, take it for a ride. Here's the keys. Go for a ride. Because I would leave my car there and take his car for a spin. Oh, just great car. It was a V8 engine Camaro, 2 years old. It was a 76 Camaro, white with black interior. And I came back and drove great. And I said, I need to get it to a mechanic. I need to get it inspected. He said, yeah, no problem. We can set that up. So I arranged a couple days later to get it to a mechanic. He hoisted it up, and he had been trying to keep this Mercury that I was driving alive. And he looked at this car and he said, yeah, it's been in an accident, but it's only had body panel problems. It had a body panel replaced here, body panel here. The frame is fine. Engine's fine. Tranny's fine. There's nothing wrong with the car. He said, have you had it over 60 miles an hour? I said, yeah. He says, does it shake? I said, no, well, you're good. So the guy was asking $4,800 for this car. Brand new Camaro at that time was about $8,000. And I went to my banker and turned on the phone, and she found out how much. Wasn't that? No. He was asking $4,800, and he owes like $3,800 or $3,900. She says, so he's trying to get out from underneath the payments because he can't afford the insurance because his insurance went way up. As probably now, $500 a month in 1978. It was a fortune. So she said, you tell him that I told you that I will only lend you $4,000 to buy the car. That's all I'll lend you, because it's been in an accident and this bank won't lend you more than a dime over $4,000. She says, you tell him that. And she handed me the phone. She said, call him right now. From here, right in front of me. I said, oh, okay. So I dialed this guy up at the car wash. I said, yeah, hey, Fred, yeah, I'm at my banker's right now. I'm trying to buy your car. I'm trying to get a loan. I can only get a loan for $4,000 on the car because it's been in an accident, and my loans officer won't lend me a dime more than that. It's all I can borrow from you for it. I can offer you $4,000. What do you say? He said, I'll take it. And I said to her, got a deal. Okay. And she said, tell him you'll have a certified check in an hour. I said, I'll be there in an hour with a certified check. He says, okay, great. Hang up the phone. So she gives me the paperwork. She wants me to have him sign to transfer the title and all this stuff. And she instantly made me a loan and handed me a certified check for this guy, which I went over to his place a little later that day and dropped off the check and grabbed the car. And I had myself this Camaro with maybe 15,000 miles on it. It was 2 years old. In absolutely perfect condition. Really, it was a beautiful car. And I ran that car for 3 years with Jennifer, who sold the other one, by the way, for $500. The one I bought for $1,000, sold it for $500 to a kid who was going to rebuild the engine. He was happy to take. So now I had a Camaro, and we found that when Jen and I were in the car, we'd drive around town. People always look at us. They'd look at this really nice, shiny white Camaro. Anyway, no air conditioning, a 302 V8, no power windows. It was a base car, but we loved it. We loved this car. We were 22 years old, 23 years old, driving a Camaro. Loved it and drove it across the country to Ontario and back. And then I became a broker. And then I got my hands on a BMW, and I sold the Camaro to a fellow stockbroker in the shop in our house. He had a brother-in-law who wanted a car, and I said, I got my Camaro for sale. And he said, I'll have him take a look at it. I said, okay. So he had his brother-in-law take it for a drive, and he offered me $4,800 for the car. I had it for 2.5 years. $4,800 because a new Camaro now, with the inflation rate, that was ridiculous. A new Camaro was $12,000. That's the beauty of inflation. One of the best things about it. So this used car went up in value, even though it was 2 years older. Sold it. It was a 45,000 mile car now, 5 years old, still hardly driven. $4,800. I made $800 profit on the car, and cash deal. And that went to pay bills. How about that? So that's how my early history with vehicles got into the mix. Anyway, that's a little car story for you. 166.26 on GameStop, down $4. Not much to get excited about here. Would sure like to see this stock go higher. But 166.26 volume right now on GameStop, 1.8 million. Very quiet volume. 166.26 down $4. That's where we're at. Bruce, I know I like to stick to stocks you follow. Would you mind talking about what happens to stocks after competitive buy, referring to Canopy purchasing Supreme yesterday. Canada, well, nothing much happens after a buyout. If a company offers another company a buyout, that's usually the end of the stock's movement to any great degree, unless there's a second company that wants to buy the company in competition against the first company. Sometimes you get a bidding war between two companies trying to buy a third company. Rare, almost never happens anymore. Normally these deals are friendly, negotiated, done deals, and there's very little room for upside after that. Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon. Uncle Bruce, Enter the Bagel. Okay, I confess, I've watched curling when I was last seen it on TV. Why do they call it a cup of Joe? Why do they call coffee a cup of Joe? Does anybody know that answer? That's a good question. GameStop is probably going down to 150. I'm selling all my shares, going to buy back when it goes down further, says Antoinette. Well, you're at 166.66 right now. You $16 away. We'll see what happens. Lance, don't forget to take some profits. Hologram, this always happens to me on my day trades. I don't sell and I don't sell and I lose out. Gene, 1230 is actually 830. I agree. 1230 is actually 830. I agree. Antoinette, huh? Stonkwagon. Sal, looking all over, cannot find. Curling Rocks. Sal, whatever. What's going on? More comments. Let me catch up to the comments. They're just flying through. I'm trying to keep up. Oh my God, they're going through. There we go. Okay. Stock marks with Bruce. Especially when he only wears the blue bagel shirt. Even I don't know when I've drifted into another day's video. I'm always wearing the same outfit. Sorry about that. Eventually I will wash it. Bruce, you said you play guitar occasionally. What kind of guitar do you play? I have a guitar, an acoustic. It's an Everly Brothers big acoustic kind of body guitar. And if you ever seen photos of the Everly Brothers, you'll see these big giant acoustic. The version of the brand I have it's an L Degas, Japanese made in 1972, I'd say. It's a 72 guitar. I got it from my dad's music store as a used guitar. I bought it in 74 as a used guitar. And I still have it. I still have it. Occasionally play it. We have another acoustic guitar. I think it's an acoustic Fender, which was made in Japan as well in the 80s. And then my brother-in-law gave me an electric guitar, really cheap electric, which I'm having trouble keeping in tune because it needs adjusting and stuff. I don't play it. I do have my bass guitar that I made a lot of money with, my Hofner bass, which would have been from about 1968, 69. Single pickup Hofner bass guitar. I still have that, and I have an amplifier to play the bass guitar or electric if I wanted to, that my daughter gave me for my birthday about 5 years ago, and I've played it twice. I never plug in my bass guitar to play the bass guitar. I'm all alone here with Jennifer, and we watch TV, and I'm on YouTube, and I don't play bass. And I very rarely play my acoustic guitar. I used to commute with it to college when I used to hitchhike to school. To Toronto and back, and it got me a lot of rides having a guitar with me, but I rarely play it these days. You look like a van guy. There you go. 77 Cadillac Sedan DeVille, green with green leather seats was my first car. Oh my gosh! Thanks for your support, Bruce. Thanks for the support, T-Bone. Not sure if he likes that suggestion. Curling is the only sport I've ever seen where players can chew gum and while playing in the Olympics. Yeah, they generally don't do that anymore. They used to smoke in the old days, not in the Olympics, but they used to smoke when they played curling way back when. They used to have pipes on the curling surface way back when. They used to use those corn brooms to sweep. Those days are long gone now. These guys are all buff now. I have a feeling people are selling off and buying back when it goes lower. By next week, the stock will be 100 if people don't stop selling. It's just my opinion. You know what? 165.04 is the stock right now with 2 million shares traded. This stock can go up $15 a share in 5 minutes. It would take nothing for it to take a pop. Hologram, I'm so happy. I never did this right before. Olivia's going virtual hug. Bagel, I'm a true ape. Sal, I couldn't find the Discord link on the Reddit feed either. Congrats, Hologram. I'm going to need a 12-step program for stocks. I'm addicted. Is that a Kraft Heinz ketchup there, Bruce? This down here, this is Monk's Cafe from the Jerry Seinfeld show. That was a little mini salt and pepper shakers designed as a mustard and ketchup container. Hologram, thanks also to the Brucey fan who told me about CDEV. Heinz, did somebody say Heinz? Heinz? Let's see here. I think I need some Heinz. Let's go. He reads messages so fast. It's hits or miss. If he catches what it's saying, we love you, Uncle Bruce. Anyway, sometimes you slip stuff by me. I don't get it. The bagel has no effect anymore. That's not fair. Feedin. Thank you for this donation. I've been working a lot. What's going on with GameStop? Very low volume. We need that squeeze. We can't wait anymore. Laugh out loud. Not selling through. Thanks, Bruce. I'm not selling though. Thank you, Bruce. We're at 165.38 right now. Jane Doe, stock market with Bruce. That Mercury must have been a real chick magnet. Oh my! It had vinyl interior, no tinted windows, no power or anything except automatic transmission. I don't think it had air conditioning. I can't remember. It was a small V8, but it got Jen and I around town. It got us around the area, but we eventually let her go. We enjoyed the Camaro a lot. That was a chick magnet, but just Jen and I in the car. And then the BMW after that. I got a 79 BMW 528i, brand new car. And that was unbelievable. And it left the Camaro in its tracks. That Camaro could not hold a candle to the speed of the BMW and the handling. Oh my God, the Camaro was just a block with rear-wheel drive. It was nowhere near. I will check here, says check there, says JL. At 8, a pistachio muffin and some sausage. I'm just saying. Antoinette observed that, says, what's happening? Gonna run to 20. Oh, somebody's liking a stock. A T-Bone for sure. Love Uncle Bruce. I want everyone to watch Uncle Bruce, says Jendo. Let's see. Wolfgang is saying it was time to sell last week or 2 weeks ago. Now is the time to buy this stock. A special edition stock markets with Bruce watches. Do I sell at a percentage gain or an actual price gain? What do I do? It's 165.97. It is coming back up a little bit right now. It was as low as 164.85 on only 2 million shares. Oh, the Camaro is my favorite car. V8 Camaro, that's real nice. JL, no problem. Just posted it. You got this. Mine, Little Red pickup, a Nissan pickup truck, affectionately called Little Red. That's me, the creative one. Wolfgang, you sell when you wish. However, if you are in a stock that still has growth in the price and it grows, you lose out on money if you sell early. That's true. I hope the squeeze happens well before. I promised the wife something really nice for a green to put up so many tendies to get it. I got mugged in HS, no Friday night lights in New York City. I got mugged in HS, no Friday night lights in New York City. Donna, a 71 Z28 Camaro. Yeah, I didn't have a Z28. They came out with a Z28 in 78, but in 76, they had the LT. I believe they had the LT in the other version. I think I had the standard version. And we had a big 8-track player in it from 76. And he gave me an 8-track cassette, Saturday Night Fever. He gave me that. I could have it. I never bought an 8-track for that thing. Never. We just listened to the radio. And I think it only had an AM radio. I don't know if it had an FM. It must have had an FM. I don't know. 76. I can't remember in those days. Hologram, whenever you're happy with, you were stoked at 23ish. Now you're at 25. Don't forget. Let's see. People are buying different stocks. That's okay. It's all fun. It's all good. It's all good. Let's see. I love his stories, or maybe I'm just mad and lonely, laughing out loud. Let's see. Antoinette, it's low volume consolidation. People aren't selling much. Shorts are trying to suppress, but they don't need much to do it. They'll eventually get squeezed. Let's see. Let's go. Here's the I think that's a Reddit site. Is that the Reddit site or is that the Discord? I don't remember. Our stock markets with Bruce, whatever that is. 166.02 on GameStop right now. What can I say? That's where it is right now. That's where it is right now. Let's go. 8-hole tracks. That's right, 8-hole track. Oh my! I had a Saturday Night Fever 8-track as well. Looks like we'll track a bit. Laughing out loud. Let's see. I got my mom's 66 Mustang after my 2 older siblings wrecked it. Guys, watch this. Don't worry, it's just for laughs. Red, yes, Reddit. R means Reddit. Bruce, my group gave up and sold 100,000 shares. Obviously, it's over. 166 right now. Oh yeah. RS MacD dropped hard on FUBO. Whatever's going on. Wolfgang says kidding. Let's go. That's it. That's what I got. Where are we at right now here on the market? We are at up 85 for the Dow Jones, up 94 now for the Dow Jones, up 365 for S&P 500, NASDAQ down 31 points, and oil down a penny. Not much going on. 166.40 on GameStop shares. We have a new member. We have Mark Beagle, new member of this channel, the newest, greatest addition to this channel. Thank you, Mark, for joining up with us. Nice to have you here today. What are your thoughts, Bruce, on IPOE next week? I'm waiting for IPOE to finish their merger. That should happen at any time. I'm certain it's close. The stock is 17.76, down 38 cents. It ran over 18 yesterday. I think at any time this is going to happen, and then look out. I think you're going to be very happy with how this stock goes. The other SPACs I'm following, the 6 other SPACs, are within now about a month away. They're all about a month away now. Octavio is here as a member, a new member of this channel. Octavio, thank you for joining in with the gang and joining us. It's nice to have you here as well. Love it. All these new members are coming into the channel one after the other, and you will be welcomed by a whole bunch of people. Both you guys, thank you for joining. All of you guys for joining. Hey, Mark, thank you for joining the channel. Fantastic. Mark, Octavio, welcome, guys. This is good stuff. Nice to have you all here joining us, and we appreciate it. Fantastic. Yes, that's the deal, guys. Not much else to tell you about this morning. It's a quiet Friday. I'll be on this afternoon, of course, at 3 o'clock Eastern, 1 hour before the close, into 1 hour after the close. This afternoon, if you remind me, I'll tell you the story about the 1988 Winter Olympics coming to Calgary. I'll tell you the whole story. There's a whole story about the 1988 Winter Olympics. You have not witnessed humankind until the world comes to your town for an Olympic Games. It's unbelievable what happens to your city when you host an Olympic Games. And then I'll tell you the story. Again, you got to remind me now. I'll not only tell you the story about the Winter Olympics, I'll tell you another story about what happened right after the Winter Olympics to me that I'll never forget. Another story I'll never forget. And I hope you find it interesting. It'll be your Friday afternoon story after the close. Join me for that and ask me to tell you about the Winter Olympics story from 1988 and the story after the Winter Olympics. I got 2 of them, and we'll share those with you guys. We'll see what's going on. Anyway, we'll be here for another 17 minutes on this one right now. See what's going on with this day here. What's going to happen today? And apparently it's Nancy's birthday today. Happy birthday, Nancy! Way to go, Nancy. Thanks, everyone. Nancy says 29 and smiling. Way to go, Nancy. Don't ever give up 29. Fantastic. Everyone is happy with that. Yes, the Jamaicans did have a bobsled team at the Winter Olympics. As a matter of fact, John Candy ended up making a movie about the bobsled team that came out. Cool Runnings, I think it was called. True. How about that? Investors Business Daily says GameStop is selling their 3.5 million new shares for 168. What do you think? They always hate the stock. The volume is 2.1 million. I don't know if that's happening. I'm not sure. Let's go. Thank you, everybody, for popping in. This is great. Cool Runnings. That's right. Lorenzo, it's also my birthday. Jake, great movie. I just turned Uncle Bruce's age, 65. No, Nancy, that can't be true. You can't be 65. You can't. Oh, my gosh. Look out, Jamaica. It's bobsled time. Happy birthday, Lorenzo. We'll see you guys in Discord after class. Smile, says John Van. 165.97 is the price of the stock right now. Volume on GameStop, 2.1 million. Low of the day, 164.85. That's where I'm showing it right now. They can't, or they'd have to file a new document, someone is saying. It's Tony's birthday too. Free Tony. Oh my gosh. L4G Custom Fabrication. Thank you for this donation. It was fun while it lasted, but it's looking like game over for the Reddit-powered short squeeze rebellion on GameStop stock and even some S&P 500 stocks, allegedly, they say. Well, we'll see what happens. I'm not so sure about that, but, well, you never know. Of course, it's happening. Moneymakers are taking the price down as low as they can before the new regulations are in place. There's that, too. The regulations, what about these failure to deliver notices? And what about the options that are expiring today? Perhaps the stock is down today because options are expiring today. Today's Friday. We're only down $4.56, kids. This is nothing. You forget about the fact this stock can move $50 in one day, either direction in an hour. You never know. Anyway, I loved Cool Runnings, says Uga. Let's see. 2,300 people here. There's 6 birthdays. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Rest in peace, John Candy. That's right. Good old John Candy. He was great. We have 1,500 thumbs ups that have come in today. We have 55 downs today. So if we can get up to that, 1,700, 1,800 range, we'll be at a 30-to-1 ratio. As a matter of fact, we get to 1,650 thumbs ups, we'll be at 30-to-1. Bring in those thumbs ups if you can, folks. Help out the channel. Appreciate that. It's nice to have you all here today and joining me and Jennifer and staying on top of these markets with us. What can we say? It is a quiet day. The Dow is now up, though, 91 points. S&P up 5, and NASDAQ's only down 19. I think the NASDAQ is coming on for a plus day today. At the end of it, it'll be an up day. Then it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the market reacts, that all 3 indices are higher on option expiry day. Do we get a real strong million shares or 146.5 million shares? So it doesn't really solve that problem, does it? It doesn't really make that go away. Davey, before tsunami, the ocean retreats. Did you notice that? How oceans do that? They kind of go out first, and then they come back with a vengeance. Look out. I actually bought another share. I own it, by the way. Let's see what is coming up. He read it. He owns it. I own it. I was in Alberta when the Olympics came there. Rent went up. All the locals got out of town. It was a ghost town. Cool when the torch ran through. Bought scalper tickets and saw events. Awesome time. Yeah, I got stories. I got a story about the Olympics today. Well, join me today in the afternoon show. I'll talk to you about the Olympics in Calgary. GameStop is so dead that I'm staring at my screen, just waiting for it to die some more so I can buy it all up. I just love me some dead stocks. 165.30 down 496. That's all it is. There is a lot of negative sentiment in the main daily thread on Wall Street Bets at the moment. It's like a war over there between GameStop fans and GameStop haters sub at the moment. So it's kind of a weird thing over there. The OCC rule change, what are they waiting for? Ryan, he's our man. If he can't do it, nobody can. I have $130 in my account. Let it go down some more. I know everyone jokes about this, but seriously, I panicked and I bought more. Thank you guys. A long time watcher, first time chatter. Welcome, Octavio. Welcome to. Nice to have you here. UVV. Today is dividend day. 77 cents pay date. 5-3. If anyone is interested in boring stock for UVV, this is the craziest 8-bet. Wow, hologram. Actually, it's failing the W. I don't know what that means. Brian, me too. I feel like I do that pretty much every day. Heath, I haven't seen red since it blew through 60, but I'm holding even if it somehow gets that low. I believe in the company. In the spirit of the Masters, my bags are in a negative score. I think I am winning this game. Hologram is laughing about that. We're at 165.24 down 502 on the stock. We've got AMC at 958 down 20 cents today. Unfortunately, AMC still under pressure. And there's not much going on. We got the Dow up 78 points. Microsoft up 96, Apple up 75. There's only a couple of greens. The rest are reds today, but it's quiet red. Love the Bruce. You couldn't hold it. Can someone loan me $40 so I can buy one more share? Got a free read. You're the real MVP. I got a free read. You're the real MVP. Oh, okay. Bruce, so all these synthetic or counterfeit shares that are being traded, how are they dissolved or removed from the actual count as they are called? Well, I'm guessing that as someone whoever's short stock, they start to buy up stock that they're short to get flat again. They eliminate their short position by acquiring a stock that's out there. They buy it, and that's one less share that's trading out there. Because that one share they just bought, or that 100 shares or the 1,000 shares, were out there trading around, but they've bought back 1,000 that they were short. Now they're not short any stock. There's 1,000 fewer shares trading hands. We got to do this 150 million times. That's all it is. The catch, of course, is how do you buy 150 million shares of GameStop in like a month without the stock going up? How are you going to squeeze out that much paper from people who own it that are expecting it to go to much higher levels? After all, we've talked about the stock could be worth $1,040 a share if you compare it to Chewy right now. Why would someone sell at 164 when they believe it's going to be worth 1,040, not too far down the road? Maybe they'll sell at 600 and they'll give up on it. Maybe they'll sell at 750. But this 150 million shares of buying is going to have to move the market a long way to entice people to give it up. You're trying to get 150 million shares. How are you going to get 150 million shares? It's only traded today 2.2 million shares. 2.2 million. That's all that's traded hands. It's down $6 a share on 2.2 million. No one is giving it up in volume at all. It's just trickling along. You get 2.2 million shares of buying in the next 30 minutes, the stock's up $15 a share. That's what happens quick. So I don't know how you're going to buy 150 million. How are you going to do that? Not down here, you're not. You might get 2 million, but you're not getting 150 million. And I think that the 2.2 million traded today, bet you half of it or more is day traders in and out, just turning it over. They're actually not long-term buyers or sellers. That's my guess. That's my guess. Makes sense. Got a new member. Oh, hi, Mark. Let's go. Here we go. CNBC headline: investors have put more money into the stocks in the last 5 months than the last 12 years combined. There's more coming. There's a lot more money coming into the market. We have not even got close. Not even close to what's coming in here. Amazon shares rise as Alabama workers vote down unionization. Biden budget calls for new health agency, higher defense discretionary outlays. That's what the Biden plan is looking for. T-Bone's comment, hold. Interesting, T-Bone. Yeah, there's likely a huge record of all those exchanges of stock. Depends how deep it goes and how it's activated. A margin call would be nice. Show your papers. Show me your papers. 164.92. A low of the day, 164.10. The stock has had a series of steps down, 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 down. That's all it's been doing today. We'll see how it goes the rest of the day. Bruce, do the hedge funds who shorted stocks have an ultimatum to buy the stock back? How does it work? Not that I'm aware of. I don't know of an ultimatum that's in front of their desks at this moment in time. I think by the time the shares take a run up, we'll have heard then of an ultimatum that was issued a week earlier, but it'll be after the fact with the stock already running. But Jim Pollack thinks it's inevitable. There you go. And it could be inevitable. It could be. This is all the money makers' manipulation by buying puts in the money and keeping the price every day a little lower, but the squeeze will come when the failure to deliver shares are called in. See why that happens. Lord Charles, all shorts must cover. That's the end of the day. At the end of the day, they must cover to be flat, to take a profit, to take their money out of the position. If you short stock You sell it, the money comes into your account from the sale. You have to add just as much money on top of that for margin. But if the shares go up in price, you have to put up more money to hold the short position on margin. If they go up higher again, you got to put up more money to hold the position. So if you are short 1 million shares, that's $164 million of stock. This stock goes to $264 a share. It's now $264 million short position. You got to put up more money to hold your position. This gets more expensive to hang on to a short position the more you lose on a short position. And there's no limit to how high stock can go once it's shorted. Any stock can go to the infinity and beyond. And if you're short, you have unlimited losses at your beck and call. That's not good. DFV says they're running out of time. Oscar, third round of stimulus checks are out last week. And this week, this will impact the market as well. I believe that too. More money coming into the market. Bruce, my worry is that at these levels, the buying seems to be have dried up, very low volume. Holding is not enough. What do you think it'll take for people to start buying en masse again? Like I say, I think that that more news keeps coming out of this company. They will probably, their next announcement will likely be additional people hired from other corporations as they're stealing people to come in. I think that's your next bit of news, and you're going to get a lot of it. You're going to get a lot of this kind of news as they continue to evolve their company. The other news that'll come out soon will be that at the end of the end of this month is the end of the first quarter. The end of April. So what are we at now? The 8th, 9th of April. So in 21 days, 3 weeks is the end of the month. And about 3 weeks later, towards the end of May, we'll have the first quarter financials come out to see how the first quarter financials are going for this company, which I think are very, very, very good. We know that February was up 5.5% from February a year ago when no stores were closed. And even though they have 12% fewer stores, they made more money in sales than last year with all the stores they used to have. March was up 18% in year-over-year sales. April will be up substantially in year-over-year sales. So they're going to come out with a first quarter report that's going to be way higher than last year's first quarter report, because last year's first quarter report showed the numbers as all the stores were shut down. It wasn't good last year. It's much higher this year. And with game systems being sold with consoles with accessories as a pack, you can't just buy the console without other stuff. Their margins are way higher. And so they're raking in all kinds of money right now. So the GameStop company, by the end of this month and into next month, the reports will come out how strong the financials are for the first quarter, added to how strong the financials were for the end of the fourth quarter we just had at the end of January. That is 6 months of solid financial results, probably showing the world that GameStop is pushing $9 billion or more in actual sales and is running a profit already. And of all that business that's been done in the last 6 months, about 35 to 45% or more is online business. The e-commerce strategy is happening. And I think they will come out on their annual meeting, the 9th of June, to tell us all, oh yeah, we made money in the first quarter. We made money in the fourth quarter last year. We expect to make a profit going forward right now. And we expect our costs to continue to drop because we have 1,800 stores this year where the leases are expiring. We're going to let them go. Most of them will be let go. We'll be down to 3,200 stores, maybe 3,500 stores by the end of this year. By the end of next year, we might be down to 2,000 stores as we ramp up e-commerce. And for every dollar we bring in the front door, we have a higher profit margin. We have fewer employees having to handle the merchandise, less rent, less property taxes, less legals, less inventory, because we don't have to inventory 5,000 stores anymore. We're inventorying 2,000, and we're inventorying our warehouses to what we need on a minimum basis. This company is leaner and meaner and making much more money on every dollar generated. So if they push their numbers to 10 billion in sales, they could be valued at $70 billion on the open market. 7 times sales. 7 times sales being an e-commerce company is a $70 billion market cap company divided by 70 million shares outstanding equals $1,000 a share on GameStop. It's trading at 165 right now. That's 16%, 16 and a half cents on the dollar is where the stock's trading at right now. If it goes to $1,000, they're on their way already. They're already on their way with the money coming in, $1,400 per person money. It does not. If it does seem that the GameStop is rigged, though, not going to sell though. You might think it's rigged, but I don't think so. I know Bruce loves Costco, but how do you feel about the stock? It's up by this month. Any bagel brains on this? What do you think about the stock, Bruce, on Costco? It's bled 30% in a month, says somebody. Though, what's going on? Buy in the dip. Let's continue on. I got to catch up. I don't have any thoughts on Costco, but one day I'll redo it. Yeah, Capital Change has a thought, wondering. I think the SEC, hedge funds, and the DTCC are all working together to mitigate their losses to come. It's coming. They are just setting it up so they won't hurt so badly. So they think. I don't think they are working together. I don't think there's any of that happening whatsoever. Hedge funds don't give a darn what the SEC is up to, and at DTCC they couldn't care less. The SEC doesn't give a darn about hedge funds or the DTCC, and the DTCC doesn't care about hedge funds or the SEC. Everyone is looking after their own situation, and I kind of wonder when there will be a moment in time where one event will cascade into a bunch of events, and the one event will be when brokerage house number one, whichever that one is, says to their customers, we are buying you into your short positions. We're covering all short positions of GameStop effective immediately. And the reasoning is they've been notified by the DTCC or the SEC that they are on the hook for hundreds of dollars of additional capital because of the short position that they're carrying, the failure to deliver position they're carrying. They won't stick around for that. They will buy up their customers immediately and be off the schneid. And that's the beginning of the end. And it's just like the movie Margin Call. You remember the movie Margin Call with Kevin Spacey? The brokerage firm was in big trouble and they had to have a meeting to sell their entire positions right away in the first 2 hours of trading. By 11 o'clock this morning, I want you to be out of 93% of your position. There could be a moment in time where a brokerage firm calls a meeting of its brokers, maybe by Zoom or however they do it now. And they tell them, call all your clients, including your hedge fund clients and any other client that's short GameStop. And you tell them right now, we're buying you in. We're buying you in right now because by lunch hour today, you are flat with this brokerage house on your GameStop position. That's how it'll start. That's the beginning. So within 15, 20 minutes of the opening of the market, regular trading day, you may notice the stock's up $15 a share, and it's traded 7 million shares. And in half an hour, it's up another $5-10. It's traded another couple million shares. And there's this brokerage house buying up stock on GameStop everywhere. And all kinds of firms are selling them stock. Everyone does, because everyone else doesn't know what's going on. And the stock is up, but it's not up as much as it could be, but it's up and it's heavy volume. And then it leaks out. It leaks out that house number one did a forced buy-in of all short positions on GameStop. Now, that might only take 20 minutes. 20 minutes. And the street then knows what's up, what happened. And now the rest of the street, within 15 minutes to 20 minutes, they jump in and they declare no short positions on GameStop. We're buying everybody in now. And now you've got 200 brokerage houses all trying to buy stock that doesn't exist. Because the only ones who have it are the retail investors. That's you guys. Mutual funds, pension funds, hedge funds, ETFs, index funds. Oh, index. And some hedge funds are long and index funds are long. That's where it is. That's where the stock is. And we know there's 150, 200 plus million out there. We know that. We see the reports. Those have to be the sellers. But these sellers are going to hear the same news. They're going to hear exactly the same. They're going to find out, oh, every brokerage house has to cover GameStop now because of the short sell. They got to cover it now. They're all trying to buy it up. and they're not getting it. They moved it up $50 a share, and they only got 3 million shares. They moved it up another $20 a share, they got 5 million shares. They moved it up another $25-$50 a share, they got another 4 or 5 million shares. Yeah, they're sellers. There'll be sellers at 300 and at 400 and 450. There'll be sellers, but there won't be enough sellers. That's the problem. And the higher the stock goes, the bigger the problem is. Even though the number of shares shorted is dropping, it's a bigger dollar problem than it was this morning when we were at $165 a share. At $300 a share, it's a much bigger multi-billion-dollar problem. Even if you can buy back 20 million shares on the shorts, it's still a bigger problem in dollars. And at 500 a share, at 600 a share, day after day after day, the stock just goes up and up and up, and there's not enough paper to satisfy the demand to get out from underneath the problem, and the problem is $80 billion big. It is gigantic. It is unthinkable. It's inconceivable how big the problem is. But that's when that happens. When that happens, that's what it'll be like. Now, I know you're asking yourself, when is that? When can you call me up, Bruce, so I can buy all the call options, the $300 call options, the second before, 10 minutes before it all happens? And can you call me up 5-10 minutes before so I can buy up all the stock I can get, so that in 15 minutes we're already looking good? Would you mind if I could do that? Why would I be here? Why would I be talking to you about the market in plain English? If I knew that, it would be.
That was easy.
It would be easy for me. I wouldn't have to be here talking about the market 3 hours in the morning and the market 2 hours in the afternoon. It would be so.
That was easy.
Easy. I'd be rich. But I don't know when that's going to happen. But it's going to happen, probably, most likely. To what extent, though? We'll see. I'll let you know. I'll be here giving you the play-by-play. I'll be doing that. Let's see what's going on. The massive amounts of calls on 419 plus the failure to deliver could be fun. Yes, could be. I want to buy 100 shares of IPO. Can you tell me at what price I should do it at market? Just buy it. Just buy it now. Don't be pussyfooting around. Just buy it. Just go out there and buy it now. It's 1778. Buy it now. Buy it. Just don't ask me any questions. Buy it. Buy it. Just whatever it's trading for. Just buy it. Buy it. Just buy it. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it now. Capital change 420. They probably will ensure they make money off of this, off the loss of the hedge fund. The interest they have to keep paying to short will break them eventually. There's a problem there. GameStop will rocket when you focus on something other than their stocks. There is a crazy battle going on in this chart. Calls expire on the 16th. DFV's calls expire next week. His expire next week, so he'll be exercising between now and then. Capital, just look at all the the DTC filings over the past month. They're clearly preparing for something big. They're obviously just dragging it out. We're ready. We're ready. Free thinker. I like GameStop and will hold for the long term because I like the way the company's headed. But man, there are so many conspiracy theories floating around on some of these subreddits. But then again, they could all be just guesses. If you want in, just get in. But I've noticed a trend in SPACs where they do drop right after the merger before getting back up to their potential. This deal should be finished at any time. This IPOE, either tomorrow or next week, you will find the stock symbol will be SOFI, 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 and it'll be a 1-for-1 split. It'll happen at any time. You have not got much time left to buy IPOE because it's about to change over to SOFI. It's almost there. And there are only so many shares available. Remember, after January, when it went from 100 to 75, the more cash holding, only 75 million shares existing. That's exactly it. There's a lot of cash into this stock, and will stay into the stock, but this will get tighter and tighter and tighter. Anyway, folks, there's my morning show. I've been on the air for 3 hours, 9 minutes. I got to get going. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you also for those of you giving me 1,100 thumbs ups today. Thank you. Keep them coming if you don't mind. Give us more thumbs ups if you could and help us go. Thank you for sending me comments on my email account and talking to me. 165 on the stock right now. That's where we're at right now. The Dow is up 82, S&P up 6, NASDAQ down only 15 points. I'll be back at 3 o'clock this afternoon Eastern time, 1 hour before the close, to talk about this market. And then in the afternoon, if you remind me after the bell, I've got an Olympic story for you, 1988 Winter Olympic story out of Calgary. story time with your Uncle Bruce. If you want to hear that story, catch up with me around 4 in the afternoon Eastern time until 5 Eastern, and I'll give you a Friday afternoon story about the Olympics. Thank you. If there's only 20 of you here, I know what happened. That nobody wants to hear that story. But anyway, there you have it. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you a little later this afternoon. Knee. Let's get some knees up there. I'll get some knee logos up there. There they are right there. I'll get some more up there. Here we go. We get the knee logos up there. Here we go. Knee. There we go. Everybody move that market. Let's go. Don't forget your new emojis. We got new emojis. We got ketchup emojis. We've got jelly emojis. Get them all up there, guys. Hit the emoji train. Don't forget the buzzer emojis. Use the emojis all you want, and we're having fun today. Thank you, all of you, so much for your support of this YouTuber and this channel. 1,200 thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. Keep them coming. We'll talk at you later on at 3 o'clock Eastern, okay? We'll see you then. All right. Bye for now.
Yesterday when I came on and did a little live stream while I was driving home from Philadelphia, I said that this morning I would do a special demo. So we're doing something a little different here. I was going to do this on Friday, but I ended up having to go away for the weekend. So anyways, we're doing it on Monday morning here, which is fine. So what we decided to do is extend our Cyber Monday coupon code until today. It was going to end on Friday after I did the demo Friday night, but we're going to end it today. So you guys have one last opportunity to join the classes if you'd like, and I'm going to kind of walk you through what it's like to be a member here during the demo. We're going to do a little QA, so I have the chat feed up. So those of you guys who have questions about what it's like to be a student, feel free to ask them, and yeah, we're going to jump in here. So this will extend into the morning show. So basically, we're just starting the morning show a little early so I can give you guys a little demo, and then we'll continue from there. And let me just get myself logged in here so I can see your chat comments. Those of you guys getting tuned in, make sure you hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Okay, so why don't we start with the quick demo until I see any questions pop up of logging into our members dashboard. So I'm gonna go, let's see, I'm gonna log out here. So I'm gonna log out. So this right here is the members dashboard. All right, so if you join the community today, let's say through the Cyber Monday sale, when you sign up, you'll of course sign up with your email address, and you'll set a password. You'll use that password to log into the members dashboard. Right up here is the sign in, sign out button in the top corner. So when you log in, this is what you're first looking at. This is your members dashboard. On the left, you've got your live trading rooms. Right here, you've got the trading simulator, so you can practice trading. Right here, you've got the educational classes, and right here on the far right, you've got your mentor sessions. So this is how it's broken down when you first get logged in. For Warrior Pro students, you'll have access to everything that's on here. You'll have access to the full, everything that we have here at Warrior. Now let me just, I'm gonna open the simulator in just a second for you guys. Let's see, where is it? Okay, it's right there. All right, so why don't we start with, we can start with the trading room. So the live rooms are right here. We've got the small cap room, the large cap room, and then we have a support room. So I'm gonna log into the large cap room, and I'm gonna open this in a new tab right here. So it's gonna bring me to this page, which asks me if I've read the rules and using the right browser, et cetera, and then I'm gonna go ahead and click enter. So this is going to load our chat room software. We accept the disclaimer. Of course, the trading is risky if you didn't already know that. This is not buy-sell recommendations. This is educational only. And here is, I'm logged into the room in the last kind of layout from when I logged out. All right, so what you see here are my scanners. These are the scanners right in the window, and this is the small cap chat room right now. I've got about 978 students online right now. So, hey, TM, I mentioned earlier I'm doing a demo for students, traders on YouTube. Then I'll start live streaming here for the watch list around 8:30, 8:45. All right, so so to get you guys kind of oriented with the chat room, this is the chat room right here. Of course, you can type just the way I did. You'll see I've got the 100K Club badge. Other traders who have made over $100,000 will also have that badge. The P is for a Warrior Pro student. The S is for a starter. Students that are in orange are in their first 90 days. So that's helpful because you can see, oh, this is a student in his first 90 days. Oh, this is a student in her first 30 days. So this gives you kind of a little bit of perspective when a student is commenting that, oh, this is a very new student. They're asking questions. Okay, that's fine. Or if they're saying, this is definitely a long, and they're in for 30 days or less, you're like, all right, maybe I take that with a grain of salt. So we sort of have this ranking system of students. YouTube, if you're on the fence, invest in yourself. Thanks, Tyler. Students can post images if they'd like, so you can send a file. Obviously, you can send different emojis and things like that. All right, so that's all fairly self-explanatory. When I do start live streaming, this right here, the screencast, is going to show in blue. So right now there's no screencast, but that'll show in blue, and then they'll be able to click that and pop out my my screen share, so they'll be able to see me and they'll be able to hear me. But there's no live broadcast yet in the room. So that's the small cap room. The large cap room is right here. These are large cap traders. So I'll close this one for a second. So these are large cap traders. You could be logged into multiple rooms if you want, but just to save space. They're talking about Tesla, a little bit about Kodak. You know, that's typical. They're going to be probably talking about Tesla quite a bit today. We have our Warrior Pro Mentor room here. So this is where we host Warrior Pro Mentor sessions. The trading rooms are for trading only, mostly. I mean, it's keep it on topic, trade ideas. And then the Warrior Pro room is for Q&A and things like that. The support room is specific for support-related issues, which makes sense. Oh, and you can see here, Mike has got his live broadcast going. So I can tab his broadcast right here, or if I want to pop it out, I could pop it out and make it full screen. You know, if I want to have it, like, you know, the whole screen like that, I could do that as well. All right, so we'll tab that back in for now, and we'll just maybe close it down. All right, so we've got the small cap room, we've got the large cap room, we've got the Warrior Pro Mentor room, we've got the support room, and then we've got the Warrior Lounge, which is, you know, off topic. This is where, you know, who in here likes Porsches? And we'll just see, you know, this is like not trading related. So anyone that's in here just wants to kind of chit chat about random stuff, they can, 924 is a joke. I only like the 993. Like laughing face. So anyways, you know, this is where you can kind of chit chat. All right, so we'll close that down for now. There's only about 100 people in there, but of course it's 8 a.m. This will, you know, we'll pick up. I'm just kidding. This is, you know, it'll pick up as we go on in the day. All right, so we'll close that back down, or I'll leave it there for a few minutes. And then we come down to the scanners. All right, so this is something, all of this software here we developed ourselves. So you'll never go to another chat room and see this type of chat room software, this functionality, because, you know, we built it ourselves. We own it. This is our software. So one of the things that we added to it is scanners. So now right inside the chat software, you've got your scanners here. You've got your leading gappers. Kodak is at the top, then GTech, and going down. You've got your top gainers, which is also going to correspond to top gainers. But as we get further into the day, you'll have gainers that may not have been gappers. We've got our high day moment Momo scanner. So these are stocks moving up right now in real time. We've got our halt scanner, and there's a few other scanners here, and there'll be more that we're developing as time goes on. Under announcements right here, you can see we've got global announcements, we've got the Warrior Lounge. I'll log back into the large cap room. So if you're in the large cap room, you'll see large cap announcements as well. If you go into the small cap room, then you'll see small cap announcements as well. So I'll put that down here, there. So live, I'll make an announcement. Live stream starting around 8:30 a.m. Eastern. I'm doing an early demo on YouTube, Facebook until then. And I'll make it a sticky announcement. That way, it's going to pop up right here. And everyone who logs in will have to agree at 8:30. All right. That way, hopefully, from this point forward, we won't see too many people say, hey, Ross is streaming on YouTube, but he's not streaming in the chat room. What's going on? All right. I hear you, Ozzy. I feel the same. All right, so we'll close these back down. So that's a quick demo of the chat room. All right. Now let's go back to the members dashboard. So from the members dashboard, you can log into the small cap room, large cap room, support room, but either way takes you to the same place. So it doesn't make a huge difference. All right, so back here, now we've got our simulator right here. And we do have some step-by-step guides and things like that for more detail, but here we have our simulator. All right, so I'm gonna open the simulator. Now, the simulator is desktop software. So I'm gonna log in right here. And this is what's gonna allow you to trade the market side by side with me. Now, as part of my disclaimer, which might as well just throw up here so you guys can see it, day trading is risky. We all know that, right? And so one of the things that we really encourage is that you do not trade with real money until you've proven profitability by trading in a simulator. All right, so practice in a simulator. Prove you have what it takes to make money, and then flip the switch and go live. So here, if we go back to the chat room, we saw that Kodak is the leading gapper today. So maybe I pull up the simulator and say, all right, well, let's take a look at Kodak. Kodak is currently trading at, whatever, 13.25. So maybe I'll, take along here at 13.23. This isn't a real position. This is just a simulator. All right. This isn't. I don't really think this is long. I'm just, just for the sake of argument. And now you get to start practicing your strategy. Now, of course, this is you got to open up your charts. So you go under, let's see, Windows, quotes, and then you can pop your charts out. You can do all this stuff. So this lets you practice the market real time. Yes, it's live. Real-time market data. So if I log into, let's see, this is my Lightspeed account right here. So there you go. So real-time market data. So you can see it's going to be basically the same. All right, so that's nice. And we pay your data fees on your behalf. So as part of being a Warrior Pro student, you don't have to pay an extra, $50 a month or whatever in data fees. We take care of it for you. So we pay all that stuff for you, both for the scanners and the simulator. Both of them use real-time market data. Now, one of the things that we also do for you guys is we aggregate your trading data into your aptitudes. So you can actually see as you're trading and as you're practicing how you're doing, right? You want to figure, well, am I making money? I mean, certainly you could do it on an Excel doc and you could kind of take notes on a notepad or something like that. Or, we could just do this for you. So we do it for you and you can see what your profit to loss ratio is. Your average winner to your average loser, your gross profit, your net profit, commissions, et cetera, accuracy and everything else. So you can kind of go through all this. So this is, again, we have a development team that has built our chat room, they've built our simulator, or they built our scanners, and they've also built the aptitudes that go along with the scanner, or with the simulator. The simulator itself is a Sterling product. So this is the same software that you would use with real money over at CMEG, if you use CMEG. If you notice when you first get logged into Lightspeed, Lightspeed is a Sterling Trading Tech company right here. So Sterling is it's the software provider that I use every single day for my trading, and we have a license agreement with them to provide the simulator. At one point we tried to develop our own simulator, and we found that a little bit of a bigger undertaking than we realized, and so we licensed this out to a third party. So that's fine, but we created our own aptitudes to go with it. So this is ours, which we could use really with any market data or simulator provider. All right, So you've got the chat room. You've got your simulator. What else, as a pro student, do we need to kind of walk through? Again, I'm doing this demo today because for the last day of our Cyber Monday sales, I kind of wanted to do a final sort of, wrap up, just to answer any questions that stragglers might be having about what it's like to be in the community, kind of give you this demo and everything else. So if you do have questions, feel free to shout them out. All right, so we've got our live trading rooms, we've got our simulator, and then we've got the education, right? So the education, that's the important stuff. So let's view courses. All right, so we teach the classes live, usually about once a year. We taught them last year as part of a summer school program, and we're going to teach them again this coming year as part of a winter school program. So during winter school, when everyone's all cooped up, we're going to be hanging out here, teaching classes, and we'd of course love to have you part of that. So as you join now in December for Cyber Monday, you of course would be you would have access for one full year, so 12 months. So you'd be able to attend the summer school class or winter school classes, and summer school if we do that again this year. All right, so learning paths. So this learning management software that we use, sometimes you'll see educators out there that just embed private YouTube videos and stuff like that. While that's certainly one way to do it, we took it a step further and actually built this out using software that you would use if you were taking classes at like an online college or something like that. So we really wanted to make this as professional as possible. So we start with an onboarding call here where we walk you through sort of the do's and don'ts of being a student. We'll go on to the next section here. So this is sort of a walkthrough of what you get. Go back here. Then we'll go down here. It's kind of like the demo, but in a little bit more detail. We'll go into the starter classes. So these were taught new for 2020, as you can see here. This is me teaching the classes. So this is, I guess, chapter 2, picking stocks for day trading. And then we've got chapter 2, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, stock halts, part 5, continuing on. Then we've got a quiz. So we quiz you on your knowledge. We make sure you're making good progress. You can always pause classes and resume them where you left off, but you'll go through this here for the pro classes, beginning with the Warrior Starter and continuing in to the full-length Warrior Pro class. So this kind of runs you through. You've got the part 2, part 3, et cetera, et cetera. Small cap classes, live trading recordings. So we can jump in here for 1 second. All right, so this is what is this? This is an older one. Let me try this one. So this is actually this looks like a little bit of an older one too. Anyways, I think they're sorted. Where is this? Find a good one. I mean, these are all good, but. So these are some Selena's, which are nice. So these are some newer ones from me. Live trading ABCD breakout on Tesla. Up 21,000 on GTech, then minus 6K off the top on a flush. $75,000 in profit, then a $31,000 loss off the top. So, these are the live trading recordings you can see with my keyboard here. So you can kind of visualize what's going on those trades. So the curriculum itself, as many of you probably already know, the Warrior Starter is 15 chapters. The Warrior Pro is also 15 chapters. The Starter, when I teach it live, takes usually about, if I really try to push through to do it for a full week, I can teach it in 1 week, Monday through Friday, so 5 days of teaching, like 3 to 4 hours a day. So it's about a 15-hour, 16-hour course. The Warrior Pro course takes me 3 weeks to teach the 15 chapters, and that's teaching for 2 to 3 hours every single day. So that is a much longer course. It's full depth. Sometimes, again, you see classes out there that, each chapter is like 7 minutes long. It's, what's the volume weighted average price? It's a very, very simple explanation, which, it is what it is. It's just those are very simple classes, and they're just not going to get you probably as far as you'd like to get. So this chapter is 30 minutes long, and this is chapter 8. This is part 1 of chapter 8. So I go through each of these setups. The first pullback, the moving average pullback, the ABCD, the half dollar, whole dollar, micro pullback, buying break of the high, continuation, in and out of halts, parabolic squeezes, etc., etc. So there's 14 different strategies within momentum trading chapter 8. We go into chapter 9, high-speed trading, aka breakout trading, chapter 10, reversals, chapter 11, short selling momentum. So I mean, this is a very comprehensive class. This isn't just an hour-long YouTube video by any means. All right, so let's go back to the dashboard. So we've got the live trading room, we've got the simulator, we've got the education, and then over here we've got our mentor sessions. So the mentor sessions here, I'll click this so we can view the calendar. So this is the calendar of our mentor sessions. We have mentor sessions every day, Monday through Friday, unless the market's closed, but every day otherwise. So you can see here today, on the 7th, we had a 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Mindful Monday session with Ted. Ted is our part of our trading psychology program here at Warrior. 3 p.m. with Jess, 3 p.m. with Roberto, 3 p.m. with Mike, FOMO session with Ted and Diane, Friday, 3 p.m. So we typically host the sessions at 3 p.m. It's kind of as the day is winding down. So you'd be able to join those mentor sessions, and if you do, you would end up just opening this room right here. All right, so that walks you through the live trading room, the simulator, the education, the mentor sessions. Why don't we do 10 minutes of Q&A, and then we're going to get started with our watch list for today. And it looks like in my simulator, I'm holding Kodak down $570. So good thing I'm practicing in the simulator, not trading with real money if I don't really know what I'm doing, right? All right, so let's see. So yes, classes do absolutely cover pre-market trading. Pre-market trading is the strategies, essentially the patterns that we look for are the same. We're just applying them to pre-market instead of regular hours. So there's a time and a place for trading pre-market. It's usually when the market is very strong, very hot. So yes, we do. The short answer is yes, we do cover pre-market trading as part of the classes, and you can trade pre-market on the simulator. Let's see. So we have a monthly renewal for after a year. So if you join the Warrior Pro and you're in for 1 year, as of today, right now, the renewal is $197 a month. But we also have a 1-year upgrade. So if you decide after you've been in the classes for a year, you could go to monthly if you want, or to an annual, and we have a discount. We do like a grandfathered in discount. So I don't want to say the pricing on it because we treat you right. So it's a membership loyalty program, and we make it kind of a no-brainer for you. But we don't, we can't give it away for free, and we can't do, lifetime membership and things like that, because every month, we're paying your market data fees on the simulator. Every month we're paying your market data fees on the scanners. Every month we're paying our developers payroll to keep all these systems running. So, there's definitely a cost involved with that. A question about the large cap course? Yeah, I can open that. So the large cap course is actually, it's very similar in structure to the small cap day trading course. For both of them, the Warrior Starter is your prerequisite. And then we've got the small cap course part 1 and 2, which is chapters 1 through 7 and then 8 through 15. We just separate it into those sort of 2 modules. And then this is the large cap course for Mike. So part 1 and then part 2, and again, it's same in the way it's kind of broken down there, 15 chapters. So that's the curriculum for the large cap course. I guess 14 chapters right now. So good question there, thank you. Yeah, the trading simulator is available after 12 months. You can use it. It's available free to use during the whole time that you're a member of the Warrior Pro classes. Well, we have two different, and I should check with Steph because I know we made the change on the simulator, and I'm not 100% sure for Cyber Monday right now which way it's included. So maybe let me just hold off on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. Anyways, Jared, the answer there is yes, you're allowed to trade pre-market. Okay, so clarification. When we added the scanners, we backed out the simulator. So you have 90 days of access to the simulator. So as a pro student, you have 90 days of access to it, and then you have forever access to the scanners. However, if you do decide you need more time in the simulator, you can pay monthly, but the data fees on the simulator are quite a bit higher, so that's why we made that change. So we put something new in, and then we pulled out the simulator. But you have 90 days of access to it, which hopefully is more than enough. But you can, again, if you want to use it for more than that, you can. We have a monthly thing you can do. All right, let's see. Is this good for beginners? Yep, so it is. The Warrior Starter class is where we get everyone on level playing field. So the starter class, and if I could just go into chapter 1 here of the starter. So let's see. So this is the starter curriculum: becoming a day trader, day trading, account types, fundamental analysis, technical analysis, account information and balances, which is how to set up your broker account, order entry window. Oops, let's go back to here. Market depth, level 2, time and sales, order windows, hotkeys, hot buttons, positions window, scanning 101, preparing to trade, the psychology of trading, and your learning path on a timeline. So this is where we set the foundation. So yes, this is 100% for a beginner trader, but even for a trader that has been trading for, potentially months or years, this is still valuable because it starts to sort of ingrain you in my strategy and the way I look at the market, which is unique and different from how other people look at the market. Now, I've been working on the classes here. We're going to be, of course, as I mentioned, doing a winter school program. So I'm working on my small cap class, the day trading course, and kind of certainly adding new content and things like that. So let me just give you one example here. So let's see. So this is just one example here. I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller. So this slide deck is currently over 1,000 slides. So this is the strategy of buying the pre-market pivot. And you kind of have a pre-market pivot right now happening on Kodak. It's not perfect, but if Kodak broke over 1334 or so, that would kind of look like a pre-market pivot. This right here is an institutional order that went through, so that's not, we wouldn't really count the top of that. So the pre-market pivot, so that's the pattern, and then this is a breakdown of the entry. So we can visualize pre-market pivots as being very similar to ABCD patterns, but sometimes they're just not as clean in that they've taken much longer to form, typically the short period of a strong ABCD pattern, et cetera, et cetera. So I give you the breakdown of the entry, I give you a breakdown of the target, the risk factors, the stop, and then we start breaking down examples of it, and then we've got videos of it. So you've got a video of the live trade right here. So you get to really understand, okay, this is the setup. I find it on the scanners, so this is where I find it. This is what I'm looking for. So you can start printing these out and have them around your trading station. So when you start to see them in real time, you're like, okay, that is a pre-market pivot. That's an ABCD pattern. I know that pattern, I know the strategy, and this is the place where I want to be a buyer, right? So that's very important. And as a beginner trader, I don't want you to underestimate the fact that, yes, there are a lot of people out there that are trying to sell classes and things like that. But the fact is, a lot of them, they don't have a very clear strategy in terms of how they actually find stocks to trade. And that's because a lot of them aren't even verified profitable traders. And that's something that you don't have to worry about with me. Just, again, not to be bragging about how much I've made or whatever else, but you know, I have my broker statements here on the website. So that's as of October 31st. So November will get uploaded once I have those statements in. So these are my broker statements here, and you can go back 2019, 2018, 2017 from when I started this small account challenge, and you can see the statements there from every month. So I'm a verified profitable trader. I have an independent third-party accountant's report verifying me turning $583 into $1 million, and every 6 months I continue to get that my performance updated. So here's the you can see right here. So this is the independent accountant's report right here where they did the breakdown of my trading. So, you know, again, I mean, you can learn from anyone you want. You can try to teach yourself. If you want to kind of, you know, say, I'll figure this out myself, you gotta do as you'd like. But, you know, if you actually want to learn the strategy that I trade every single day, you know, you got to join the classes. So that's just the way it is. All right, so, you know, I even have all my account numbers right there. I mean, I'm transparent in that. So anyways, that's about it for the demo. And there were a couple of questions there, so thank you guys. Let's see. So would I say that I'm the best out there for learning, or is there competition? So I don't think there's competition, because I don't think there's anyone that's as verified and transparent a trader, and I don't think there's anyone that has as good of a class. So, you know, that's me patting my own back. I'm not saying that there aren't other people out there that are trying to teach. I just have seen what they offer, and I don't think it's very good. So that's my 2 cents. You know, you take that with a grain of salt, because I'm biased, right? So that's just that's my opinion on it. All right, so why don't we go ahead and get started here with our watch list. What we're gonna do, probably around when I finish trading, I'll do a little more Q&A for people that do have some questions. The link for the Cyber Monday sales, which are ending today, is pinned on YouTube, and we'll put that link on the other stream so you guys can see that. We do have strategies for swing trading. We also have strategies for trading options, doing covered calls, cash secured puts, and things like that. So we've got sort of a wide range of strategies that we teach. All right. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, let's see. Just as I was sitting down to do this demo, I saw this little red fox run by my window here with these little black legs. He's super cute. So I definitely have to text the picture to my wife, because she's going to be excited about that. So hold on one second. Say, look at my new friend. He's got this huge bushy tail. Really quite something. Good for him. Okay. So what I may do, so yes, I've got my Rambo headband here. I may give an honorary headband to students who reach a certain level of profitability. I will keep you guys posted on that. It's like getting knighted by the Queen. All right. Okay, so let's go over to the chat room here. So I'm going to close the announcements, and let's take a look at our gap scan. All right. Let's see. Okay. And I'm just going to get myself oriented here. So good morning to everyone on YouTube, or on, good morning to everyone in the chat room. Those on YouTube, we were already streaming the watch list, but of course, good morning to you guys as well. So I drove down to Philly for the weekend. I'm officially an uncle now, and I wanted to help my sister with her new baby, being now, having gone through this, having a little one myself. I felt that I could lend my services. So, as soon as I got down there, I was seeing sloppy swaddles. I was seeing diapers put on backwards. It was a mess. They were in desperate need of Uncle Ross to come straighten things out. So, thank goodness for that. So, anyways, I was going to do the demo and stuff on Friday night, but we're doing it today. So, because of that, we've extended the Cyber Monday sales through today. And I'm actually named after my Uncle Ross. So now we've got two Uncle Rosses. My Uncle Ross, down in Mystic, Connecticut, there's the Joseph Conrad. It's a maritime, he was a merchant marine, and he, I guess, died at sea, it's my understanding. But the boat that he sailed on, that he was trained new sailors on, is docked in Mystic, Connecticut. And so I've been down there a couple times to see it, and it's very cool to stand there on that boat that he lived and worked on. So anyways, I love boats, but of course I get so seasick that it's my Achilles heel. It's the one thing, he's great on land, but you get him on the open water and, oh boy, it's not good. Okay, so why don't we start getting oriented? We've got about an hour till the bell, so we've got some time. Kodak is our leading gapper, but to be honest, my expectations on it are pretty low. So the news is that the federal agency finds no wrongdoing in the Kodak loan. And many of you may recall that Kodak went from like $2 a share up to over, $60 a share. And then there was news that some insiders had executed options and stuff like that and sold shares into the spike and this and that. But the federal agency found that there was no wrongdoing in those transactions. They were totally legitimate and within the, not only probably the law, but also the agreement of the company in terms of how to execute those options. So as a result, the $700 million deal is back on, right? Yes, maybe. However, now we have this issue that there are other companies that have already obviously come out with a vaccine, totally independent of anything Kodak was doing. We have, it seems like, a new change in administration coming this January. So does Kodak actually see that money? And I think that's a real question, and I don't know. But as it sits right now, it's at $13. So if we just look at the daily